I welcome you all for day 3 session. Today we are going to learn about sentences. What are the different kinds of sentences and how to practice sentences. So instead of giving jam, today I have given you like some of the basic sentences what you have to speak every day. See, English is a language which is compared to an ocean. How much ever you take water drops from the ocean, it doesn't get emptied. In the same way, how much ever you learn English, there is something more to learn. So keeping these things in the mind, I tell you people that you have to have certain things in your mind to learn English. First and foremost thing is, every day you should practice. Practice, practice and practice. Practice makes man perfect. So have a habit of practicing whatever you have learned so far. And from the day you start learning English, from that day you think that I can speak English. Confidence is very, very important when you learn English. See, many a times it happens so, maybe am I able to speak? Or what I spoke is right or wrong. See, don't have such confusion. Just speak out what you know. And yesterday I had taught you about how to use is, are, this, that, these, those, and articles a and the. So I told you to make some sentences using these words like this is my pen, this is my bag, those are your bags, and that is your bag, and this is my house, that is your house. Like that you could have used more and more words and have a practice of following these classes every day, and have a practice of watching these videos every day at the same time. Just a routine is very, very important. So have a practice of following every day, same time, and concentrate on the exercises what I have taught you today, and just make use of these sentences, words in your daily use. That's done, like you can learn English very easily. So let me come to the topic. So what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense. So these words in a sentence should be placed in the proper order. So one thing I would like to tell you when I am teaching you about sentences, even I received some messages also. Some of the people are telling me, ma'am, your teaching is very good, but we cannot understand completely. If at all, if you use Kannada words here and there or make us understand, that would be great. See, I can do that. That is not at all a problem for me. Kannadadalli ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ತರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ what is our intention to learn English? I had told you in the first class, English na English ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಪದಗಳನ್ನ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಒಂದು ಅಥವಾ ಎರಡು ದಿವಸದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಏನು, ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಸಹ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್, ಲಿಸನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಪೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಹಿಯರ್ ಮೀ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್, so anyhow it is a video, just pause or rewind it or repeatedly watch it. Definitely you can understand. So you should put complete efforts to understand that. So, and one more thing is, a sentence like you can't translate the sentence. See, we come across in the market many type of books like translating Kannada to English or Telugu to English and all. According to me, English cannot be learnt like that. See, one simple example, we say kai muchu, bai muchu in Kannada. So in English, how do we say? Bai, mouth, muchu, close. Mouth close, is it a right way of putting the sentence? No. Close your mouth. Close your hands. So like that, see, it completely changes the meaning and it doesn't sound properly. So that's why you think in English and you speak in English, definitely you can do it. The day you start the class, think that you can learn. And you should have that willpower that I will learn, I can learn. Then everything is possible. Coming back to our lessons. So a sentence, the words in a sentence must be placed in a proper order. And always a sentence begins with a capital letter. A sentence means what? It conveys some message or some meaning to you. So sometimes it can be just a sentence like I'm going to office, I'm having my lunch, I'm watching TV. So it's just conveying some message to you. Sometimes, what are you doing? How was the class? How was the class? Where are you today? So such things, like it gives questions, like wherein it expects answers from you. So that ends with a question mark. And sometimes it's an exclamation like, wow, great, what a beautiful drawing, wonderful. So you express your feeling there. So a sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with either full stop or. Always a sentence should have 3 words. So take for example, this is a car, that is a pen, like that. But sometimes a single word also can convey the complete meaning, like all verbs like walk, jump, sleep, run, stop. So such words can give complete meaning. So now let's go for what are the parts of the sentences are subject and predicate. So what is subject and what is predicate? The part of the sentence which names what the sentence is about is called as subject. So the sun is shining. So we are talking about sun. What are we talking about the sun? The sun is shining. The children are playing. So we are talking about whom? The children. The children can be playing, the children can be singing, the children can be swimming. So the predicate keeps on changing, but we are talking about the children. So you can understand from these sentences, the part of the sentence which says something about the subject is called as predicate. So now let's questions here. So you can supply the subjects or predicates for the following sentences. So sun gives us heat and light. Here sun is a subject and gives heat and light is a predicate. And dash runs very fast. You can supply subjects here. So deer runs very fast. Dog runs very fast. So you can supply whichever subject you feel it is convenient for you. Dash read the book. So Ramesh read the book, Naresh read the book, Adit read the book. So you can supply whatever subject you need. And Dash was a great emperor. So Akbar was a great emperor. Then Krishnadevaraya was a great emperor. Then like that you can give your own names there. Dash lives in Dubai and speaks Arabic. So here also you can give Sadiq lives in Dubai and speaks Arabic. So the boys are running, sleeping or swimming, dancing. You can put your own predicate for that. The next, the river is flowing, the river is clean, the river is dirty, the doctor is walking there, the doctor is checking the patients there. So you can keep on adding the predicates for the following subject words. A morning walk is good for health. Like that you can keep on adding the predicates for the following words. So this is all about the sentence, the parts of the sentence. And today, what is that? We are going to learn something new. So today we are going to learn about some of the common phrases or some of the words which we regularly speak in our day-to-day life. So today we'll discuss about some commonly used words in our daily life. So when we need to tell someone thank you, what are the words we use? I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. I am grateful to you. So kind of you. I owe you. So these are the words which we convey to a person whom we need to thank them. In the same way, if somebody thanks you, like what is that you are going to answer it or respond to him. So first thing is, if someone thanks you, no problem, no worries. Then don't mention it. My pleasure, anytime, I am there to help you. So then come some common phrases to end the conversation in a polite manner. So it was nice chatting with you, or it was nice talking to you. Anyway, I should get going. So like this, you keep telling. About if you want to take any information from anyone, so how do you approach them? Do you have any idea? Would you happen to know? I don't suppose you not sure if the other person has any information. And common phrases to say I don't know. I have no idea. I can't help you there. I'm not really sure. I have been wondering that too. So these are the words which you say that I don't know. Now, for not having an opinion, so you both friends are talking to each other. So someone has opinion and someone doesn't agree with that or doesn't know about it. How do you express that? So I have never given it much thought. So what are you planning after your 10th standard? I don't have any opinion, or I don't like to share with you. So you'll say, I have never given it much thought about it. I don't have any strong feelings either way. I doesn't make any difference to me. It doesn't make any difference to me, sorry. I have no opinion on the matter. So which you have not thought about it. And usually if you have common feeling about the same, or you are agreeing with a person, then you use the words exactly, absolutely, that's so true, that's for sure, I agree with you 100%. And I could, then if you don't agree with them, I could not agree with you more. Next, common phrase to respond to bad news. Oh no, that's terrible. Poor you. I am so sorry to hear that. Common phrases to invite someone somewhere. Are you free this Sunday? Are you coming, joining with me for dinner? Do you want to see a movie, or do you want to go for a market, or do you want to go for a mall, so that I can join with you. This is for price. So if at all, if you feel that price is very costly, which you cannot afford, or you feel that the thing what I am paying is very costly, oh, it costs a fortune, it's expensive, that's quite, if at all, if you feel that it's reasonable or it's less, then you'll say that's quite reasonable, that's a good deal, it was a real bargain, it was a dirt cheap, yeah, it was very nice. Then common phrases for weather. So usually the climate what we speak is either chill or very hot weather. So it's very chilly or it's freezing. So make sure you bundle up. So this is applicable when your person is out of the country. So they wear 2 or 3 dresses on each other. So if at all, if it is, the weather is very hot, it's absolutely boiling, wow, it's scorching hot outside. And if at all, if you are very tired, I am exhausted, I am dead tired, I can hardly keep my eyes open. So how they are and how it's going on with them, what's up, what's new? What have you been up to lately? How is it going? How are things? How is life? So common phrases to say how you are. I am fine. How about you? Pretty good. Same as always. Not so great. Could be better. Can't complain. So just pause the video and practice it. and use these sentences in your daily life, and practice all these words again and again, and utilize these words. And tomorrow we'll meet up with positive sentences and negative sentences. So as usual, please like the video, subscribe it and comment it, and if you have any doubts, please mention it so that I can answer you and do the best to you. Thank you very much.